Good morning, sailors. We've gone to race 8 in the A Fleet, day 2 at Austin Lakes for the DF65 national titles for Australia. Coming in for a start. What's interesting in this race is that we have a mix of A+ rigs and A rigs for this particular race. You'll see 861, 82 on the A+. Also in the back there you can see I think that's 89. Blue boat in, it might be 38 in fact, with an A+. Going in for a start. We have just started and it's looking like 5-2 was possibly over, and we've got 82 going out wide and the rest of the boats working up the fleet. There you'll see a gust coming through. You want to be sailing on the outside of those gusts generally. So coming into the first mark, you'll see certainly the A+ are currently well ahead, dominating at the moment. Here comes 514 coming down the inside, and we also have, I think that's 916 and 52 also coming on port tack, looking to attack there. There's a lift for starboard tackers, big lift in fact, going through to the top mark, which is looking like the blue mark being the top mark. So a lot of the boats that were on the closer side benefited from that big starboard lift going into the top mark. However, it did later not, so by no means guaranteed. But the interesting part in this race is to look at the A+ versus the A rigs, and it's a bit of a mix. I'd say currently when those gusts come through, if there's more frequent gusts, it's going to favour the A rigs, and certainly if that wind dries up a bit, if there's less frequent gusts, then obviously the A+ rigs will be favoured. But somehow we are looking at the A+ rigs, but you can see here they're getting buried. 82 and 114 getting hit quite severely in the gusts, which are favouring the A rigs, so they're likely catching up. And coming into the bottom mark now, we have Andrew Donkin, and he's going to go around the yellow mark. Also Nick Irwin going around that yellow mark. We have the A rigs who are winning it at the moment. Here comes 52, followed by 514, closely followed by, that's 89, blue boat 89. I'll be able to see the number more clearly as it comes back into view, but certainly at the moment it's favouring a port tack going in. 514 is tacked onto starboard. 38 is the number, has had to give way, and it's coming through. It's 89. Back a bit further, we've got 861, 329, 16 following the lead boats at the moment. Here's 82 currently sitting in second overall going into the final day. Very good chance of winning, only 1 point between Nick and Mike at the moment. And we have 82 on starboard, 114 leading at the moment. 52 is also leading, so you can see here the A's have struggled. 514 coming across the protest, 514 doing a penalty, a little bit of discussion going on, but 514 has just decided to do the penalty on that one. And we're going up to the top mark, and at the moment it's still the A rig in front, the A+ rig I should say in front, 38, or 114 followed by 38, although coming into screen now, in fact the A rig has managed to get ahead, although having a bit of trouble tacking. In fact, he stalled it going into that tack, which hasn't helped. That's put 38, 114 and then 52 in front as the lead boats. We have 82 followed by 114 coming into the top marks. 114 push wide, coming in there to the top, so fairly close at the current time. However, we'll continue to keep an eye on the wind. As soon as there's a breeze, the A's are doing well, but you can see here the breeze has in fact dropped right out. So rig selection was fairly crucial, and at the moment it looks like the A rigs have been favoured. Sorry, the A plus rigs, my mistake, the A plus rigs have been favoured. The A rigs still doing quite well, it's neck and neck, but certainly the A pluses are at the top of the fleet. So the majority of the fleet looking like they've selected the wrong rig for this particular race. It was hard to tell, the wind was meant to pick up and it dropped out. So the forecasters can't pick it by the minute by the looks of it. But you'll see here the A plus rigs are going very, very well. What you'll notice is 82 currently in 4th place. Let's see where 82 ends up. There's 514 coming through in 5th, 52 in 2nd, 114 in 3rd, and 38 currently in 1st place. Going up the bottom mark, you'll see it's currently favouring a port tack. 82 has come across to try to get on the windward side of the course. 114 is continuing along the lower bank, followed by 16, and then back in the behind that you'll see that 74 tacking away, Cal Burgess. We've got 329 Daniel Bergen, 89 Blue Boat. That's looks like 861 coming into screen at the moment. 861 tacks across onto starboard and is trying to get a lift on that starboard side. 16 has continued all the way along the bank here, and this here you'll see we've got 114 with the red patch getting a bit of a starboard lift coming into the top mark. And here's a gust which will favour the A rigs, but the A plus rigs, now that those gusts have disappeared, are starting once again to stretch their leads from the rest of the fleet. Got 114 Andrew Donkin, that's Mike Jeffries coming up to the mark now. 82 Nick Gerwood. 52 has had to tack away there, has missed the mark. 514 is going, it looked like it knocked slightly going into the mark itself. So now in fact in the lead we have 82 followed by 114 followed by 52 followed by 14. I think 38 was further ahead in this, so 38 was actually in the lead, or is in the lead in this race. So we're looking at 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th at the current time. And there's the lead boat there, number 38. Now at the moment the A rig certainly favoured, but there is a bit of a blow going into the finish line. Although you'll see here comes the first of the A rigs behind the A pluses, which were the top 3 boats, and the rest of the fleet to follow. Purple boat there's Daniel Bergen from DB Sales, and then so here we go, coming up to the finish line now. We've got 38 leading the pack with his A plus rig. 2nd Andrew Donkin, 3rd Nick Gerwood. In fact Nick might have been 2nd, Andrew 3rd, but they've split. They've decided to go out to the left, left hand side going upwind, whilst the 38 has gone to the right hand side of the course and tacked early. But there's been a pretty big port lift. You'll see that gust, 82 sailing towards the outside of the gust. 114 was looking good. 114 should have tacked here and just sailed up to the finish line possibly, but looks like a starboard lift and then looking really good. Catches 38 on starboard that's 114. And Andrew Donkin has managed a second, whilst 38 has had to do a penalty, and that's put 52 into third place. Possibly it was a close finish. I think it was 52 then 38, followed by 114 who attacked a bit earlier to lay that mark, but you see there's a big gust there making it hard to tack. So 514 fifth place, followed by, look at the 74 Cal Burgess in New South Wales. That's 421. Obviously my favourite boat, 421, having called just about every other boat 421 in the previous commentary. Got Daniel Bergen next, 329. A bit unlucky there for 16, who dropped 3 places. Getting caught. Here's number 36, just crossed the line now.